Yeah, so we got Tommy G. He dives inside the world of scammers and check fraud. So let's just see how this goes, man. Let's get right into it.
This is the Scammobile. Y'all ready to ride?
Like I said, the Scammobile.
We just show y'all what y'all could do if y'all wanted to get rich.
Couple's American dream
Shit,
quickly
get some
turned
of that
into a
money.
nightmare after wiring nearly $800,000. All of that money went to a scammer.
Man.
How many times a week would you say you punch me out?
7 times a week, every day.
Oh my god. Is that your
Damn.
fork or what is that for chicken?
Whoa,
12
he
people are
just
facing more
pointing
than
at
100
people
charges
and
in a
shit.
major credit fraud scheme.
Don't point guns at things that you don't intend to kill. So, like, why he did that, I'll never know. That's not a fucking rap video. You shouldn't even do it in that. Like, yeah, that's dangerous as shit. So, I just want to see how that interaction could go. I'm not going to stop too much. Let's rock.
University student accused of stealing more than $500,000 in a
I
credit
can't
card
fucking speak
scam.
tonight.
It's shocking video of thugs chasing a mail carrier. Why? It's believed they wanted the master key he carries that opens mailboxes for the entire neighborhood.
25 investigates exposing a check
Thugs.
scam that can wipe out your bank account.
We're
Right.
talking about scammers who can clone
Thugs.
any of our voices using artificial intelligence.
We are talking about $100,000 in forged checks.
Whether it's a scam call center from India, a billionaire's Ponzi scheme, a guy pretending to be a Nigerian prince, or a U.S. senator out trading hedge funds while employed on the taxpayer dime,
they
the
got
truth
'em
is
all.
people hate getting scammed. After all, there are entire YouTube channels dedicated to getting revenge on scammers. You see, scammers are people
Yeah,
that leverage
go
social
check that
engineering,
shit
also
out.
known as human hacking, to steal, manipulate, and exploit. They'll make their approach, get you to trust them, then before you know it, they'll disappear into thin air after they've extracted your bank account, social security, or other valuable information. Today, we dive into the world of fraud and scamming, and we uncover how some of the scams are happening right now. We'll cover the biggest scam that's ever occurred in U.S. history, and we'll talk to the scammers to see how they think and what motivates them. And by the end of this, we'll provide you with tips on how you can avoid getting scammed.
Boy, they
yourself.
getting
This is
to
the
the
world of scamming.
bag.
Let's dive in.
There are people out there looking
It ain't
to
gonna
exploit
end
the data
well,
for
but-
their own gain. With scammers like this out there lurking, it's a good idea to protect yourself. To guard against shenanigans like this, I use the sponsor of today's video, Delete Me, to help keep my footprint off the internet. What Delete Me does is they go after the data aggregators that are out there on the internet that are trying to sell your information. With nutcases out there trying to dox you and steal your bank
Okay.
information, you've got to take action. When you use my promo code of Tommy20, you get 20% off of your subscription. Because when it comes to your banking, where you live, your personal information, you gotta protect yourself. And now, back to the episode. Folks, today we're diving into the world of scamming. I don't know what the hell we're gonna get into. I'm excited, but apparently in the city of Minneapolis,
He got
scamming
that.
is a big business.
He got that bright gold ass mask on, man. I know somebody seen him leaving the house with a big bright ass gold mask. Saying, what the fuck is he about to do with that? Like, whatever. Like, it's obvious.
Woman calls it emotional hacking. Scammers drained $800,000 from her dad's bank account.
LaSalle University student accused of stealing more than $500,000 in a credit card scam.
Foster was doing fake transactions, marking items up in price, then returning them for the original price while pocketing the difference in account of her own.
In fact, there are multiple RICO cases going on for fraud right now. A big scam that was pulled was the food share program. People pretended to be feeding the homeless and walked away with millions of dollars, and now they're getting RICO'd for that. A scammer
That's some
is kinda
sick
like
ass
an illegal
shit.
magician. They're pulling things out of thin air. There's illusion, deception, and before you know it or realize what they did, they're gone with the bag. Let's meet up with these guys and let's see what they're about.
Hey, that's some sick ass shit. But so is printing money out of thin air too, every year. But, you know, I ain't gonna say too much on that because they may come after me.
Yo, my boy.
Is that you?
Yeah, this me right here.
I'm in that rental car, that white car.
All right, bet I'm finna walk over there.
Okay, yeah, door's unlocked.
They gotta reenact that. You got a whole ass camera in your face the whole time, man.
I just know how to exploit ways to get money. Simple.
What are the different plays we're gonna be getting into today?
We got punching, simple things. We go from getting food. We can go from gas. We can go from checks. We can go from transfers. Scam work. It's all different type of ways you can get into it.
So what got you into this world?
Alright, so look, it started when I was younger. It was this rapper, his name TJX6. When I was young, real young, I was just
It's a good question.
What the is this dude doing? I started getting into it, digging in, and it started with cards. If you listen to the music, he's talking a lot about cards and checks, really. When he was talking about that, I kind of picked up on some things, and over time, I just got smarter and smarter and figured everything out.
So what was the first play you ever made?
Okay.
It was on Telegram. There was this African dude I met. And we was talking for a long time, and he told me something called, it's a certain type of check that you can order off of a log in. Ship the check till it dropped. I picked it up, put it in the ATM, 6,900 came. That was my first ever play. And ever since then, I've just been on it.
Has this ever put you in a risky situation?
Plenty of time. Pretty much scamming down here is pretty popular. I mean, in the city, everybody knows what's
About
going
to
on.
say, like, yeah, it should have.
If you find somebody that wants to do it, they know what they're signing up for. They know what comes behind it.
Are there rich scammers out there?
God damn.
Rich up scammers. That's real. Pretty common.
6-figure rich, 7-figure
rich. That's real.
Rather than judging these kids, I wanted to try and put myself in their shoes.
Now I know
I'm
what some of y'all
overgeneralizing
niggas
here,
doing,
but here's
man.
a theory I'm working with. A lot of these kid scammers are from Gen Z, and this is the generation that saw their parents lose their house in the 08 mortgage crisis
That's
as the bank
crazy.
executives responsible got rewarded by multi-million-dollar bonuses, and the banks that fundamentally scammed the country got bailed out by the tax money of the very people they scammed. So essentially, these kids witnessed a financial system that openly didn't give a shit about them or their parents, so heck, why not pull a scam of their own? And kind of explains the sense of nihilism that we've seen creeping into this Gen Z generation. Whether you talk about scammers, the Kia boys, or just an overall sense of I don't give a f, because it seems like the world around them is crumbling. Now, from a cultural standpoint, we've seen the rise of scam rappers, guys like Baby Tron, TJX6, and Punch Made Dev, and these are guys who look effortlessly cool, ridiculously rich, and they seem to be easily getting away with scams on major banks and institutions. So yes, it's easy to point the fingers at the scammers you see
Bro,
here,
that
and
shit
yes, they
crazy.
have a moral responsibility of what they are doing, but are they not just an underworld byproduct of a system that white-collar scammers...
I don't want to be that guy. Bro. Alright, so these niggas, he openly told, so it's public information. How the hell are they getting away with this and y'all come after me for back taxes? That's hypothetical, I don't have back taxes, but or come after people for back taxes? That's probably much cheaper than that. Like, what? Y'all take the house over that, but y'all let this nigga keep... Alright, whatever, man. Whatever.
was created. I don't know. That's just a theory I'm working with.
Do you save much of your money?
Yeah. I'm not scamming long term to be scam guy for the rest of my life.
Smart guy. Get in, get out.
You do any hustle. I'll let you just quick until you move on to your next, you feel me, next steps.
Have you ever been almost caught by law enforcement?
Yeah, you know.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
No.
Pause me. Think yes.
Think about it, but nah, never.
How much does an IP address come to play with what you do?
Alright.
It gets deep. That's like your address. I don't know. Like, you feel me? That's like your internet address. So.
For most of the things you do you have to obscure your IP address?
Yeah.
Is that difficult to do?
No, you just use a VPN.
So it doesn't affect a human at all, you think?
Everybody has committed a scam before in some way. Some people do different types of scams. Some people do insurance.
That's a fact.
Some people do home scams. You know, it's all
Some of you niggas did a scam before and you don't even know
I'm
it.
not taking money from a human. You know what I mean? And I don't think I'm that guy for it. You feel me?
Hey, I ain't mad. If you taking money just from the banks and it ain't out my bank account, nigga, go ahead. Go crazy, because I ain't got nothing to do with that. I just need mine to be there in the morning. That's all I'm saying. So, we good on that. Do your thing.
Let me see. We just got a package.
How much money are we talking right there?
17K, bro.
They hit a
What you're about to see is
17K
called
lit.
punching chicken. Now, punching is lingo in the scam world that refers to the practice of using the dark web to get somebody else's credit card information and doing an online order to punch the item. You can punch chicken, pizza, presumably anything you can buy online. Here's how it went down.
This is the website that I would buy the cards from to do the punching. Ready to buy cards.
A fake credit card.
A real credit card, but it's just not ours.
And how much money does it have on it?
It depends. I wouldn't necessarily say I know the exact amount. Certain banks, they
It's
give
a
you the
whole
ability to check. You can call
industry
the
for
bank and
this
you can
shit
check
that
how
people
much.
don't even think
But I would
about.
just be buying a card based off of the knowledge that I already know. There's something called a BIN. A BIN is a bank identification number. Now, depending on what BINs you have, you might got a card that has thousands on it. You might got a card that has millions on it. There's no telling them.
It's luck of the draw.
Basically, yep.
So these are cards that someone physically stole? Like
Don't
at the
get
gas
my
station, they
shit,
fell on the
man,
ground,
'cause
they
you gonna
picked
be
it up,
disappointed.
They upload it to a website and then it's sold to a bidder like you, or how does that work?
Basically, yeah, kind of like how you just explained it. I wouldn't necessarily say it comes from people picking them up off of the ground, but more so scammers. They have machines that you can put on. For instance, at the gas station, you can
Yeah,
put a
we know
skimmer
about them.
on the machine where the people put their cards into, and then from there, you'll get about 1,000 hits. Now, depending on how many people put their card in that specific machine where you put your skimmer at, that's where all the card information will come from.
Does the skimmer also capture your PIN?
Yes, it does.
So if you use a machine that has a skimmer and you type in your PIN, all of a sudden you're wide open.
You're good. Yeah, you're not getting your up.
You're good though.
Yeah. The thing about, you know, getting captured by a skimmer is if you have the right type of setup with your bank account in terms of two-factor authentication, the bank asking like questions like, was this you that just spent money at Raising Cane's for about $100? You know what I mean? If you have these different type of protocols set up with your bank, then you're less likely to be a victim of fraud.
Basically, right now you can get free chicken.
I can get free everything right now. Boom.
God damn, he's
Now, I
he
can
hitting
buy
the play
cards.
already.
You can buy Social Securities off this?
When you buy the cards, depending on how much the card costs, that's why I said certain cards, they range from 20 to 25 all the way up to 30. You can see, look, I'll show you when I refresh.
And I just saw you could buy a Canadian card, you could buy a US card, show you the country.
Wow. You can buy from
That's
anywhere on
fucking
the planet.
crazy.
As long as the website has a way to get these cards and put them on their site, then you can get pretty much anything.
Bro, you can literally mask yourself as anybody and still be able to get shit off. Like, that's crazy. I didn't know it was like that. I mean, I know they scammed in other countries, but I mean, as far as them using a Canadian card, I know that would kind of get flagged at some point. Like, I don't think you would want to do that in the U.S. using a Canadian card, but maybe. I don't know shit about this, so like, this is interesting to me.
Have you ever heard of punching a mule?
Punching a mule?
We spoke to legendary lawyer Bruce Rivers and a man who's a financial crimes expert to get their opinion on the scams you see unfolding in this video.
Punching a mule.
No, I've never heard of that.
That's where you apparently acquire someone else's credit card and you use that to buy free food.
You know, there's a lot of scams going on. There's the skimming that goes on, like at a gas station, somebody attaches a skimmer. That's actually happened to me. Somebody tried to buy some stuff at a sporting goods store, like $2,000 worth of on my credit card. And then I see the guy in court on the hook for it. I mean, I was like, holy shit, that's the guy that stole my identity. Had to trace it all back. We figured out
Why he got
exactly
his
where the
guns
pump
out
it
right
was. We
there?
figured out exactly where it was. And he had been doing this all over the place.
Y'all
So
see
I
that
saw
shit?
him in Hennepin County in court. And
Look. He ain't know what they was there for. And that shit say stop self-snitching. So I don't even know what's going on right here. He got 2 revolvers and said stop self-snitching, man. I don't know what's going on.
my thing happened in another county. He was doing it all over the place.
A lot of times what's going to happen is you go to try and do a touch pay. It doesn't work. That's part of the plan. They want you to scan your card. So they actually will have a module, something that's identical looking to the actual card swipe overlaid. Physically go and try and pull it off. If it doesn't pull off, you're good. If you can go inside and pay the gas station attendant, ideally in cash, avoid this whole digital footprint process, you're going to be a lot safer. You see any sort of fraudulent
But they
activity
told us
on
to
your
use
account,
card.
Immediately contact your bank. The sooner
You
that
fuckers
can
told us to
contact
use card.
the authorities,
Y'all
law
pushed us to use
enforcement,
card.
It's going to be much easier to get your money back. When there's delay in space and time, scam, with any sort of financial scam, it's much harder to get your money back.
If you really want to get specific on which one you want to buy, you can type in your BIN, your bank identification number. So I'm going to type in a BIN that I know is going to work. This is a bank called Wings Financial Credit Union.
He got them on speed dial.
For food and shit. Like we talked about, yeah, Kings might take $100 loss today, but that person whose card I'm using, they're getting all their money back. 100% guaranteed.
I've heard people that get scammed and it can take 30 days for them to get the money back in their account. The average American has $1,000 or less in their savings. So if you scam the average American and rent's due,
You fucked them.
they might not have it.
You
because of the
fucker,
scam.
you fucked them.
You are right. But in terms of them never getting their money back,
Hey, I don't really mean that. Don't come scam me.
Somebody just texted and said he's seen the police.
Cause you got a
Somebody just texted.
He got a gold mask on. He got a gold fucking mask on, man. If he had a shiesty on, then this probably wouldn't even matter. But he got a gold fucking Squid Games mask on, man. Like, what are we doing here? I'm gonna call the police too, nigga. You in the middle of the street with a gold mask on. What are we doing? This is not the fucking Purge. Like, damn.
Texted him and said it's the police. Yeah, we gotta get out.
Look at this.
So we're outside of a Cane's Chicken. How often do you guys get free meals like this?
Every day I eat free every day. Everything I do is almost free.
So the customer name is
Right? Yes. Thank you. Actually, look. Visa, credit card, ending in 75.
Okay.
We'll go over to the website. Same card, ending in 75. Can't make this shit up.
Some guy named just lost $50 because some guy got 50 chicken nuggets.
80, and we finna eat good. Okay,
I hear the
police.
Hear the police? Let's get out of here.
After successful chicken
Yo,
punching, the
Tommy
fellas
G
decided to
be
take their chicken to a
riding. That's
warehouse in a
crazy.
secure location so they can
He
eat
be
their chicken
out.
in peace.
Alright, bet we
See.
finna get them in the basement and eat.
Nah. You can't go scam and get everything you want for free and then go eat
How
here.
illegal was that, what we just did?
That's like a 10, because I fully completed it, you know? And anything that you do that you're doing fraudulent, it's always gonna be a 10. The only thing that
That
makes
nigga
it
gotta
more
wait to get his
secure is
80
that I
back.
didn't
I
go
would
in
be
and
so
swipe the
mad.
card. So they can't say that I did anything illegal.
If they caught you, what would be the punishment?
You know, it's a white collar crime. I don't think I would get charged with anything really because, like I said, they don't have any proof that I did anything, so they will have to drop the case. If they did want to take full action and give me a punishment, it would probably be anywhere from like 5 to 10.
5 to 10 years?
Just for some shit.
What makes it worth it?
Times hard for everybody right now. So it's like, if you ain't got no money, but you got somebody's card, you get all good. Just the other day, I got good lines like this.
Is it that easy to get away with?
Yeah, 100%. I'm always in and out. I've never been in a spot and they tried to hold me or tell me, oh, we can't give you what you're paying for, you gotta wait a little bit, you know? But in terms of me going into a restaurant and I swipe a card, say that card declines. I swipe another card, I know they're looking at you weird. Give us a second. Matter of fact, you can't swipe any more cards. Just wait right here for us while we get the system set up, right? While they're getting their system set up, they're really calling the police to tell you, like, hey, this guy...
He already on it.
So do you even get nervous making a play like this?
Hell no. It's easy, bro. I've been doing this shit since 2017.
All right, let's see if this
Oh
is real
yeah, he
chicken
definitely.
or
All
scam
right,
chicken.
I don't wish that
If
on
you
him.
could say a
He
message
might
to
get
the
caught.
CEO of Raising Cane's, what would you say?
Hey,
Thank you for the chicken.
hey, Tommy G, you better not eat that
I
damn
guess big
chicken.
dogs gotta eat. Is that necessary for? Is that your fork or what is that for chicken?
How the fuck are they gonna eat chicken and they all got masks on, man? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Take the mask off. Eat the fucking chicken, man.
I'm gonna see if punch chicken.
See,
tastes
he
any
done
different.
pulled the
Actually,
gun
one
out. That's the. Come on, bro. Black people, we gotta do better. The minute a pan of chicken out, he pull a AR out. What kind of? I ain't never seen nothing in the history of niggerdom that. Let's get back to it.
time eating Raising Cane's.
No fucking diddy.
He an accomplice.
Well,
He an accomplice now. They coming to get your ass.
Ooh, and we got the tan too, people.
That's crazy. All that chicken. Hey, is Raising Cane's good? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, man. Is Raising Cane's good? They got one here in Maryland, and up in Towson, north of Baltimore.
Alright, best of the page ready to go? Yeah, once this nigga wake up, motherfuckers probably gonna get this sent up on today or tomorrow. I'm gonna give his ass a call, wake his ass up.
So, the guy that's sleeping, what role does he play? The guy that's gotta wake up?
So, the guy that sleeps plays a very important role. He's the one that's do send-outs. Basically, I can't get into too much detail, but he does send-outs for banks and we're able to access logs that way. The best I can describe it is it's the message coming to your phone.
Okay. How hard is it to get your hands on this type of paper?
You can get it. Anybody can get paper like that.
What does it take for this to be legit? Like, is this a tough part of the puzzle, or is this pretty easy part of the puzzle?
One of the easiest parts anybody has access to it.
How many hours a week do you think you work doing this?
I still have fun. I still carry on life. It's probably gonna take hours out of the week. I'll probably save maybe like 10, 15 hours. Most shit is fast.
What makes someone good at this?
Connection.
That's not
Connection
bad.
is person has something for everything in every field because there's not just one type of scam.
That ain't bad, man.
Does this profession make
10,
you nervous?
15 hours.
No.
Is it risky?
Yeah, for sure. Can't be nervous though.
Hey, don't
What's your
do this
philosophy
shit.
on life?
I'm not encouraging nobody, but 10, 15 hours ain't bad.
Is it hard to keep this on the hush? If you're busting big plays, is it hard not to flex it or to talk about it?
Definitely. I'd say that's one of the things. Now I'm getting to the point where I've been doing it for a minute. I don't care anymore. You know, I do it so like I won't just post.
And that's how you get caught up.
Have different specialties. You always level up. So I can't say I have like one good specialty, but I can do anything that I want. That's another thing. I think my good specialty is I can figure out whatever I want to learn.
He adaptable.
Were you good at school?
He adaptable.
Yeah, I was good at school.
Did you like school?
Yeah, school was fun.
What do you call yourself?
Baby J.
What's your specialty?
I'm good at talking, really. He's good at talking. You feel me? Everybody play different roles. This is one of my guys right here. He might come to you, ask you a couple questions, or you'll be mad. But basically, this right here is a check that I cooked up. This is like a real check that I made a copy of basically. So let me try to show you. This would look like original, and this would look like now. Exact same thing, exact thing. And this right here, the way that I'm doing it, a lot of people don't know how to do it this way.
Check fraud. Printing out fake checks.
Man, that's
what normally happens.
Boy,
isn't that
Tommy
the
G, a
person
gun
who's
dealer in the
doing
midst of a
fraud is
war.
The one cashing it at. Usually, they get some unsuspecting person. Oh, I can make you a lot of money, and so they write the check to that person. So there's a middle guy in between, and it's usually the person that's unsuspecting, not thinking that it's a fraudulent check, and all of a sudden they go to the bank and they try to get the cash. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's usually the unsuspecting person, not the person who's behind the scheme.
A check fraud is a complicated situation because one of the biggest ways that you can protect yourself is go to the actual post office itself and mail the check. And I would prefer that you don't even mail checks. I really don't think you should do at this point. It has all your information on it. The more space and more distance you have in terms of the transit that needs to occur with that check, the more risk you're gonna have.
What is the penalty for printing fake checks?
It depends upon the loss amount. Typically, if usually it's a felony because it's forgery.
He be
and
selling
theft by
to both
swindle.
sides.
And so, if it's under $2,500, it's probation. Each check becomes a felony count in and of itself, and you get enough of those, it can ultimately be a prison sentence. It really does depend upon the value that we're looking at.
And what can this play be worth?
This one right here was $5,400.
That's a lot of money.
Damn.
This is just making up a check?
Yeah, it's just me making one.
So you can make any amount you wanted?
Yeah, any amount you want.
Is it gonna come?
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, I would imagine.
The bigger you go, the more.
Yeah, once you touch that 10K mark, any scam over 10,000 is where it's serious. It's when it gets serious for real. Check forgery isn't so high of a crime.
How much does this printer cost?
Yeah, everybody know about the 10,000.
It's crazy that a $500 printer can turn into thousands and thousands of dollars. They say money
you
doesn't
know
grow
how to
on
use
trees,
it.
but you guys are kind of making it look like it does. Someone got the original or a copy of a real check, sold it to you online, and you're printing out that version?
Either that or somebody in the mailbox. Yeah, so it's two kind of ways to get a check. You can break a mailbox, or there's keys. You could look it up. You could probably find clips of people robbing mailmans to get keys.
In regard to mail carriers, there's been a lot of violence towards them. There's been a lot of robbing of
definitely
mail
going
carriers,
after them
taking
keys.
the keys that they use in order to open up mailboxes. And there's been all this money put towards these digital defense mechanisms and these electronic keys to use, but that still doesn't necessarily protect the mail carrier themselves.
Yeah.
But this applies to everyone. In terms of protecting yourself generally, it's all about not having patterns. For the mail carrier, if you're on a route, just like if I was on a patrol route, if I had the same patrol route, same time, same place, every single day, it's easy for that patrol route to be intercepted. Change and vary your patterns. It's called force protection.
What about when someone hits a mail truck?
Man, ain't nobody trying to do all that shit.
Bye-bye.
They trying
In
to
other
just
words,
get through their day.
You know, that's
Oh,
usually
shit.
done on an inside job basis.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If I'm the mailman, I'm not dying over these keys. Like, who the hell wanna die over some keys? Y'all better find that shit yourself. Like, y'all see that, man? What? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Because who's going to steal a mail truck? And I know that there are going to be checks on that truck. Probably not too many.
Which is the most risky part of this
What?
puzzle?
It's something on there.
The risky part.
How Denzel said, shit, I'm leaving here with something. I'm from round the way. I'm leaving here with something. Like, what?
9 times out of 10, you guess the most riskiest part and who has the most important role in this particular style is the person who's getting the checks.
So, when you scamming, it's not always like somebody's always we're always the villains. Like, we also helping people. Because we split the money that
Yeah, the money we never just running off
split
of
it 50-50 with them. Just now, right now, look what happened to her.
Someone just said, I swear I got evicted, I gotta get back on my feet, and you said, I got you, cuz. Send me ID. Someone's sending you their bank
Right now, this is right now, look at the time. This today, look, this today.
Some people actually need help, so it's like
I
sometimes.
know people to this day that bring me other people's accounts.
You see how real this looks?
That's crazy.
You're a big teller.
He just printed that shit out of the printer, man.
Like, this is a real one.
This is a real check. They come up and cash this and then get paid for it right now. Actually, they are. Y'all finna see it today.
We can only fit so much into a YouTube video. All of this will be available at Patreon only. Highly recommend you check that out. Link is in the description. Would you say this is up there, Miguel, for things you've done?
Top 3 for sure.
Hey, W for him, W for him putting this behind a paywall, because this is crazy.
The first scamming video I put out, people are wondering, is this guy for real? Is he scamming us and believing that it's real? But like the casualness of which we're doing some of these things is like,
Oh, see what the fuck going on, man. You cracking accounts, not safe. We are cracking accounts, not safe. It is less dangerous. Do not get killed trying to crack a safe. We crack accounts. Please do not.
so there's many
Yeah,
apps feel lawless.
they ain't harming nobody. Hey, they not harming nobody. Like I said, they going right after the banks and the institutions. Yeah, I mean, they are in a sense that you get your money took, but at the same time, when you get that money back, knowing damn well you should dispute it, it's gonna be on them. And all the money they've been hoarding and keeping and fucking up over the last, I don't know, 100 years since the fucking Great Depression, but that's another story. So let's get back to it.
I'm not gonna lie, this whole city is going for scam. That's like the biggest thing. Like even from the politicians to our parents to other people's parents.
How do the politicians scam?
They're hitting on a lot of shit. Like they get paid bribery and shit. Like they're into like the non-profit frauds and shit. Politicians here, they're going dirty too.
Yeah, all the politicians, insider trading.
He's not going to mention some of the biggest
Police
scams going on.
dirty.
He's looking at something that's actively happening in the city. right now. Here it is.
One of the largest scams in United States history
Judges
happened right
corrupt.
here in Minneapolis. During the pandemic, the Minnesota Department of Education
do shit
was
about
tasked
it.
with overseeing the handout of meals to kids, the needy, and the homeless during the COVID era, and they delegated local supervision to nonprofits like Feeding Our Future. What happened next was a tsunami of swindling. These nonprofits fraudulently claimed to be feeding thousands of kids a day within just weeks of being formed. Not only were literal tons of food wasted, but the fraud ended up costing the U.S. taxpayer about $250 million.
Wait,
As
they
of now,
wasted
there are
real
dozens of people
food?
being indicted and brought to trial, and to this day, this stands as one of the biggest scams in U.S.
Oh,
history.
you motherfuckers need to be under the jail.
In the gritty streets of Minneapolis, mama doing dope, daddy got no hope. He just scared y'all. Because the system scared us out of both our parents.
You literally taking food out of other niggas' mouth. Now that's different.
My daddy
Money that's paper, they can print that shit. But
Don't pay no child support. It's cool though, bro. And you know what we gonna do? We gonna grind, nigga. This that shit that we love, nigga. We love making that money.
it's a kid that could have ate some of that food.
Take that money off. This shit get wicked out here for real.
That
I'm
money.
not gonna say this like I'm the biggest, baddest guy to do this to people and shit. Nah, bro. I just do this to get my people together. You hear me?
I look like he's driving a fucking semi.
Balling, and what percent of them would you say are actually kind of broke?
They are bogus cameras. Like, there's always the one main person, then there's the middleman, then there's the middle. You know, like, it's like a tree. One person passes a card to one person, that person gets passed down to the main person. The main person is the one who splits the money between everybody and decides how much everybody else is going to do. So all scammers are not rich. That's another thing. Like, you can be a scammer and not have a way. Feel me? Like, in scam world, always a new scam. That's another thing. And it's about who figures out the scam first.
You can't really say it's too many runners. Like, it's like, you always tell, like, when you a scammer, you know who a runner and who's boss trying to find new moves.
But don't get it confused. I done seen runners turn into bosses. You feel me? Like, it's a lot of runners that became the man, that man. You feel me? So, big thing in the scam world, getting slimed out too.
Damn.
Slimed up, like, say Mexican, brother just did a move, and you like, I'm not paying you, or who you brought. It's over with. I'm taking the whole bag. That's what I remember we was talking about karma yesterday. It's karma and scam world too, not off of somebody.
Yeah.
It's not one thing, it's about the end, it's about
There's
life
no
and death.
honor among thieves, nigga. It was never honor among thieves.
You can't just wake up and come, it's not that easy. Now, it's that
Dog
easy.
eat dog world.
It gets deeper than that.
It can be a blessing and a curse at the same time, but it just depends on how you break through it. You gotta stay consistent too. You gotta stay consistent with anything you do.
Alright, you're filming.
I'm gonna show y'all some box action.
Scammers operate in a climate of deceit. You see, fraud is a game of smoke and mirrors. These guys ran off with the camera to presumably make an ATM play, and what I saw on the tape left me questioning reality.
That's crazy. They just got 800 out the save. I mean, ATM.
That's some
Quick
great
as shit.
footage. See the police?
Where you guys see him? Of course, you guys were out there for like fucking 20 minutes in ski masks and glasses.
We had a little technical difficulty.
You know, I took this so long, and you'll see the cards start locking on us. But sometimes the card will lock up and then they give you like fraud alerts, which the person has to confirm on the phone.
You guys were skied up with glasses the whole time in front of a bank? Like,
You gotta be.
Yeah,
how
you
is
gotta
that
be.
not- Like, do you guys feel like you guys were out there for way too long?
Time limit. And,
Yeah.
What could they possibly do?
You can feel when Tommy, I mean, he feeling the heat sometimes, because it's like, what? If you get caught right here, you kind of an accomplice, man. Like, even though you can say you shooting a documentary, like, you ate the chicken. You ate the chicken, goddammit. So, yeah. You eat the chicken, you are accomplice. You knew what that chicken was stolen.
One of the things that comes to mind is what we are seeing, is that even real? And what makes me think it is real is that they took 20 minutes outside of this van, they got fraud alerts on their phone. If they were just taking money from their own account, it would have been in and out in a minute or two. But this also brought up more questions.
Now, remember earlier in the episode when I was talking about the sense of nihilism that I've noticed in Gen Z? When they do things like this, their nihilism can come off as quite sinister. I mean, scamming people, banks, grandmas, restaurants, it's pretty crazy. But what I think is the source of all this nihilism is a lack of hope. And why I think a lot of Gen Z has no hope, I mean, this is the first generation in American history that's projected not to do better than their parents. These kids have inherited this world where they can't afford anything, the food, the housing, the college, all of it is sky high. And the people making the rules, their government, is this lazy, lousy bunch of bureaucrats that openly cheat all of the time. So a lot of these kids, I think, have just said, F it. The world is fake, the world is a scam.
Hey, and that's all that shit is sad, man. I did some research, man, and like the average age of Congress, and I'm gonna do a video on this. The average age of Congress is about 58, and the average age of the president, I believe it said, was about 60, 67 or something like that. I don't remember, so don't quote me on that. But I know the average age of Congress, the people who run our fucking country, was about 68, and the judges, I don't know if I got that shit on my phone. Either way, the average age of Americans are about 38. So there's a 20-year difference in the way. There's a 20-year difference in the way, you know, this country is being ran. We are literally 20 years behind where we should be, because we have a political holdup of old people, and I just say that generally, older people that want to hold on to power in this country. So that's all I'm saying, man. That's tough to even think about, and that's probably a lot of the problems that we have right now. So, and not to say to get them all out, but yeah, you got to get some of them out, man, because yeah, we are regressing. We're literally regressing. They just said it. So let's get back to it.
I'm going to scam the world. I'm going to get mine for myself at any means necessary. I'm going to cheat the system that I feel cheats me.
But what do I know? I'm just trying to make sense of what I'm seeing and figure out the world. That was a look into the world of scamming. Any final thoughts, fellas?
Yeah, we didn't give y'all everything. We didn't get a chance to give y'all everything, but and we won't give y'all everything. We love y'all. We don't scam people for a living. We help people out.
We took a deep dive into this world. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Dubs for Tommy G, man. He always got something in the magazine for us, man. He always got something for us. I liked it. I like this video. I'm gonna say that. But as for the scammers, I mean, ain't nothing I can do about it. Please don't come for my account. And even if you do, you might be mad. So hopefully you put it back. But other than that, man, let me know what y'all think in the chat. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know if you liked it, if you disliked it. Yeah, and I'm out. Peace.